All right, we are officially live. Let me get my lighting all set up here, make sure we're good to go. All right. What's going on, people? Welcome to the stream. If you're showing up just now, let me know what time of day it is for you. Right now, for me, it's 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so it's my afternoon. Feel free to let me know where you guys are from, what time zone it is right now for you. The hell is this light looking weird? It's bugging me. There we go. But yeah, I want to make this episode or this podcast a little bit more engaging. Usually, I have a guest with me. Today, it's just me, so we're gonna keep it running. And I want to try to answer as many questions as possible if there's enough people in here asking questions. So I want to try to make this as engaging as I can. But either way, we'll see how long this runs for. I usually, like I said, have a guest with me, so it typically ends up being an hour. But if it's just me, maybe it'll be 45 minutes. Maybe it'll be less. Maybe it'll be more. We'll see. Just depends on the engagement and how this stream goes. But obviously, we're going to get right into the topic here in a second. 5 disciplines that I believe every man needs. Now, this is by no means new information. I've talked about this on my channel before, but I wanted to kind of put it all neatly into one place, just so you guys are aware of the disciplines I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about my own story, how I got into these, and how they've helped me in the past. So, with that being said, we can get it kicked off here. I have a whole list of my 5 disciplines that I believe are helpful. So we'll get it started right after I sip some water. All right. All right, let's get right into it. So, the first discipline that I think every man should at least start doing is Nofap. And this is something that a lot of creators talk about. It's literally like all over the manosphere. Get on Nofap, get on semen retention, get on Nofap. But why is that such a big deal? And I'm not going to get too heavy into the full details, but NoFap is essentially a way for you to channel your energy and use it in a productive, positive way. So if you're feeling really, really horny, you're feeling really a lot of sexual energy building up, instead of just releasing that and busting a nut, you know what I mean? Just releasing that and getting rid of that energy, use it towards your goals. Let's say, you're focused on the gym right now and you really want to improve your body. Like, go do some push-ups, go to the gym when you feel that way. What I generally do is I'll, go for a walk, or I'll do something artistic, make a video. I'll start editing, or I'll start doing something business related. So the idea is that once you feel that urge, you kind of use that and transmute that energy in a positive way. If you've ever read the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, he talks about this concept a lot, which is sexual transmutation, using this sexual energy, converting that into productive, efficient means, essentially. So, really powerful, really. I've had a lot of experience with this, with NoFap. In my lifetime, I've done it numerous different times. And every time I've done it, it's been pretty helpful. I don't think it's like the end all be all that guys, if you're struggling with something and you're really going through it, that NoFap is the one thing that's going to like change your life. I don't think it's as insane as a lot of guys make it seem, but it is a helpful tool for you to use in your growth, in your development journey. So I highly recommend it. I've been on it, you know, a lot in the past. Right now, obviously, I have a girlfriend, so it's a little bit different. Not full semen retention, but I'm not masturbating. Not watching porn. So it's really helpful, and there's a lot of studies behind it. At least I think there is. I hope there is, because there's a ton of benefits to doing it. So let's move on to the next one, guys. The other discipline that every guy can start doing is fasting, and I've done this before as well. Again, all these things I've done in my lifetime, but fasting is such an underutilized discipline, I feel like, because it's not as glamorous as some of the other ones here. you're basically just not eating food for a certain amount of time, and you're not starving yourself. I want to make that clear because a lot of people get that confused with starving yourself. Starving yourself, I define as just not eating enough food when you're in your eating window. So let's say you have to eat 2,000 calories a day, you're only eating 1,300 or 1,200 or below calories. That is starving yourself. That is actually unhealthy and restrictive, not a good thing to do. But fasting is simply not consuming any calories at all. And you might ask, well, how is that healthier? Well, there's a ton of research about fasting on the internet. You can do your own deep diving, but it helps a lot with insulin regulation. It helps metabolism. It helps burn fat faster, obviously. It helps increase muscle mass, lean muscle mass. I don't know if it does anything with bone density. I've heard it does something with your growth hormone, at least. It increases your growth hormone. So there's a ton of benefits. And there's different methods to do it. So I recommend if you've never fasted before in your entire life, start with intermittent fasting. It's something that's really not easy, but it's an easy introduction into fasting. So basically, that just means to skip breakfast. So you have a 16-hour window where you're fasting, and you have an 8-hour window when you're eating. So let's say you go to sleep at 10 o'clock, 10:30. Let's say you sleep at that point. When you wake up, you're not eating until 12. 12:30. So that way, you're done eating by like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So that's essentially what I mean. Intermittent fasting is great. I pretty much do it every single day. I've been doing it um, probably for the last like 3 or 4 years. I've been intermittent fasting. I've done a big prolonged fast too. I've done both. And that's how I worked myself up to doing a 24-hour fast. Eventually, I did back in April a prolonged fast, actually a 72-hour fast. Well, technically, it was like 66 hours. I didn't go the full 72, but it was 3 days of fasting, and I did it every weekend. It was like Friday until Sunday, I just would fast. And honestly, I felt so much more mental clarity because I get really like heady sometimes. I'll get like brain fog, and I'll sometimes be stuck in thinking a little bit too much. Fasting really helped me in that regard, and I think it can give you similar results. It might not give you the same exact results, but I'll just tell you my experience with it. Um, I just felt really clear, really confident, really energized. Like you would think you would not feel as energized. I felt like on 10. It was amazing. I obviously burned a ton of fat. Still was active, still drank a lot of water, still moved around, but it just gave me so much clarity. And funny enough, that was the time frame that I had decided to create my new YouTube channel because I had obviously an old one that was like 21,000 subs, and I was realizing that's not exactly the kind of representation I want for my brand and for me. So I decided to pull the plug on that and start a new one. But it was because I was fasting in that time frame where it allowed me to really sit with that and think about it and really get some clarity around what I wanted to do moving forward. So it's just a great tool. I'm fasted right now and I feel really locked in. I feel really present with this stream. So it's an awesome discipline. It's a great one. Again, all of these things are challenges for a reason. Like challenge is going to help you grow. Clearly, I talk about that extensively on this channel. I'm always going to be promoting that. So any type of challenge that I've done that has worked for me, I'm going to share it with you guys because I've gotten results from it. So Nofap, fasting, really great disciplines to get into. If you're starting at ground zero, you don't even know like the first thing to do. Those are awesome things to start with. So definitely try those out. The third thing I have here is a little bit more difficult. I'd say those two things are maybe level one. This is probably level two, a little bit harder. But again, the harder the challenge, the more you're going to grow as a man, and the more you're going to get results from doing these things. So the third thing I have here is dopamine detoxing. And if you're unfamiliar with what that is, you have to first of all, if you're unfamiliar with what dopamine is, it's basically the pleasure receptors in our brain, right? So, I'm eating food, it tastes good, it feels good. That's contracting the dopamine. If I sit down and I relax, maybe drink a beer and just feel good, like feeling good, that's dopamine kicking in. If I'm watching TV and I'm watching something I really like, I'm watching a movie, a favorite movie or something, that's inducing some dopamine because I'm feeling good. Is your pleasure receptors, right? So the problem with that is we live in modern times and everything is basically giving us dopamine. Like we're stuck on our phones, we're stuck watching Netflix, we're stuck watching these TV shows, these movies, media, the news especially. We're eating, overindulging in food, we're watching pornography. I'm speaking of men obviously. We're excessively masturbating, we're doing things that are just hardwiring our dopamine receptors and just like putting them into overdrive. I've talked about this a lot on my channel, and again, there's nothing, well, there's a couple things wrong with masturbating and the porn stuff, but there's nothing wrong with having dopamine. It's a problem though when you're doing too much of it and you're overindulging in that dopamine where it's keeping you stagnant. It's keeping you lackadaisical, lazy, convenient. Because when you're in that zone of feeling comfortable, of feeling pleasure, you're not going to be producing as hard as you should be, and productive as you should be when you're working. So dopamine detoxing is basically a practice of abstaining, or you want to say fasting, from dopamine. And really tangible ways to do that is to basically just go, even a starting block for that is like just to fast from social media. So I did this before where I think I did a dopamine detox for, might have been 2 weeks, where I just didn't look at my phone. I didn't look at social media. I completely cut it out of my routine. And I just felt like super just chill and like really calm, really grounded, really present in the moment, because dopamine just, it floods our minds. It makes us feel good. It makes us like, um, sometimes really reactive. And too much of that again is not good. So when you take it away, when you take away the social media, you take away whatever it is that's giving you large amounts of dopamine, you then almost allow your brain to kind of restart itself, and to learn how to regulate itself without having this dopamine um, always present. So it really helps doing that. You can even do a dopamine detox of, um, cutting out screens altogether. Like maybe go a week without watching TV, maybe go a week without watching Netflix or something like that. Something that was giving you a lot of dopamine, even if it's food, like whatever your pleasure giver is. Like find out, that sounded fucking weird. Your pleasure giver, but the thing that's giving you the most dopamine. Find out what that is and just fast from it temporarily. Like temporarily move it, remove it from your life if it has to be a week, a month, or whatever the case ends up being. I think you'll notice that you're more locked in, you're more focused, you're more present, you're more calm, especially when this is removed from your life and from your routine. So helps you just be more productive. All these things are going to help you be productive, but dopamine detoxing is probably one of the most effective ways to be more locked in, to be more present, to be more productive in your everyday life. So highly recommend it. There's a lot of ways to try it, obviously, but find out what works for you. So the fourth thing I have written down here, of a discipline that every guy needs to start doing, is cold showers. Now, I've talked about these before as well, but this one is like, it's, I can't say any of these are really easy, but this one's like a very beginner. Like if you're literally like starting from nothing, starting from ground zero, taking cold showers consistently is one of the best things that you can do, because just the act of waking up, as soon as you wake up and getting right into the cold ass water, it like shocks your nervous system. So not only do you feel more awake, you feel more alert, more present, more here. Um, you just have that mental edge because you're like, yo, I did the first hardest thing in the morning as soon as I woke up. The rest of the day is going to be easy. So it's like that mental advantage that you can get just taking a cold shower as soon as you wake up. It's super effective. I did that for this past week. I actually will admit to you guys, I had struggles waking up for the longest time at a decent time. I would wake up, at like 7, and then get up and then hit my alarm clock, go back to bed. How many times have you did that before? I'm sure we all did. We've all done it. But, for me as a business owner and as someone who's trying to grow my brand and myself, I can't allow myself to do that anymore. So I made it a goal. I I talked to a friend who is an accountability partner. I said, "Hey man, like I'm gonna be fucking doing this every day. I'm gonna be checking in with you, telling you I'm waking up, taking a cold shower first thing in the morning. I don't want to miss a day." And I started getting serious with it. This past week, I really started taking cold showers, not just in the middle of my day or like after I get done with my morning ritual. I did it as soon as I hit the ground, like wake up, turn my alarm off, and then immediately go to the shower, bust out a cold shower, and then I was good to go. And honestly, I just felt so much more like just energized and just like really present with myself and my content and the things I was doing in my day to day. It's just such an amazing thing. Something I recommend that you do if you're not doing. Just if you're not doing cold showers at all, I recommend start taking cold showers. But if you really want to take it to the next level, do it as soon as you wake up, dude. You will see such a difference in your attitude and your mindset and just your productivity as a whole, man. It's actually crazy what that has done for me, and I'm definitely gonna keep it up, see it as long as I can go because that shit's important. If you want to get serious about your schedule, that stuff it will help you. So, really good challenge, really good discipline to have. Again, these are things that you can all do at once, all do at the same time, or you can split them up. Maybe do two at a time, maybe do one at a time just to start with if you've never done these. But they work best when you're combining them with each other, and they also work best um, clearly when you have an outside. This fucking lighting's pissing me off. It also works better when you have an outside goal or objective because, like, the point is not to do these things just to do them. You're doing them because you're focusing even harder on the work or the goals that you have that you're trying to accomplish. So, if you are trying to build a business, learn a skill, increase your income, learn different things, it works best when you're utilizing these tools in that process. And again, these are all tools. These are all things you can do. They're not the end all be all. You try this, your life's going to change. You're going to be more productive. You're going to be more masculine. It's going to just like 10x your productivity on its own. It helps, but it's really used as supplementary to your goals and the things that you're trying to achieve in your life and trying to build. So all these things are just going to like really help you lock into that process. So the last thing that I have written down here of the 5 disciplines that every man needs is fitness, and I can't stress how important this one is. Obviously, there's a lot of health benefits to everything I mentioned, especially with the fasting, the detox. Cold showers even have a lot of health benefits. Again, you can look all this stuff up if you don't believe me. There's a lot of research of this stuff online, some more than the others, but there's research of it. But fitness is one of those things that's like undeniably going to increase your health, your well-being, your mentality, your mood, your mental health, your emotional health. Like fitness is something that every single guy needs to do, like non-negotiable. Like that needs to be the like fucking foundation, the baseline of the things that you're doing. If you're not doing anything, at least have a fitness routine, right? And it doesn't have to be exactly like I do. I mean, I weight train, I go to the gym 4 times a week. I try to work out at least every day, but have some type of activity, have some type of fitness regimen. It could be body weight, it could be calisthenics at the house. If you're doing things that you have a home gym, I recommend going to the gym. Weight training is huge. Resistance training in general for men is like such a massively beneficial thing, but have some type of routine, some type of fitness routine that you're doing because you're going to be doing yourself a disservice if you're not actively moving, actively getting yourself out of the house, pushing your body, challenging yourself. And the great thing about fitness is everything in fitness is like a microcosm of self improvement. Like metaphorically, when you're going in the gym and you're building your muscles up, what happens? You stressing yourself. You're getting yourself positive work. The same exact thing applies when you're putting in work in other means. So if you're going to the gym and let's say you're starting out with 135, but you're trying to hit 225 in bench, right? Well, you're not going to start benching 225 out of nowhere. You have to work yourself up to that. And it just teaches you a lot about life and about like the way that success truly works. You have to start with where you're at, small incremental steps to build up, and you have to like continually stress yourself. You have to continually put yourself in the uncomfortable, stressful environments to allow yourself to grow because muscles, your strength, your muscle definition, it doesn't grow when you're comfortable, when you're doing weights that are easy for you. It grows when you're stressing them, when you're failing. You literally have to fail in the gym to increase your strength, to increase your muscle mass. And it's such an amazing analogy to life. It's the same thing with goals. Like you have to fail with your goals. You have to fail with the things you're pursuing so you can learn and improve the next process, make them even better. So now you have the mindsets, the mentality to really move forward now. So the gym can teach you a lot of lessons in life. Fitness in general can teach you a ton of life lessons. That one, out of all the things that I mentioned, I know I said this probably like 4 times, but fitness is definitely something that you need to start. If you're not doing anything, if you're not doing any one of these five, please start fitness. Make that a priority. If it's not already, just get into it because I'm gonna be sounding like a broken record. All that I mention fitness on my channel because it is such a cornerstone to improvement and just overall life optimization. You just need it. Every guy needs it. Every person needs fitness in their life. So do these things. Take them seriously. If you missed anything that I said, go back and run it back again. Watch this all over again. This will be a recording up on my channel after the stream ends. So go back and check it out if you haven't seen this, and take it seriously. Take it one step at a time. These things again are all very challenging, are all very uncomfortable, but that's the point of these is to be uncomfortable, is to be hard, is to be something that challenges you because you're not going to achieve your goals if you're staying comfortable. And the reality of life is the person that you are right now. I want you to really think about this. I want you to really, really think about what I'm about to say. The person that you are right now is exactly where you need to be to achieve the results that you have. So if you look around your life, you don't have the results that you want. You're looking around like, oh man, my lifestyle sucks. My habits suck. My friends suck. My income sucks. Whatever sucks. It sucks because that is the person right now who you are that's currently attracting that reality in your life. So in order to achieve better results, in order to achieve better outcomes in whatever it is that you're doing, and attract better people into your life, you have to become a better person. You have to improve yourself. You're not going to attract the lifestyle that you want by staying the same as who you are right now. That is myself included. Who I am right now is only getting the results that I have because of where I'm at. I have to become better mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, and just all these different ways to attract the kind of lifestyle that I truly want. And you are no different. Everyone, no one is an exception to that. You got to level up yourself if you want to level up the lifestyle that you have and the outcomes that you want to achieve. So these things will help you at least get you started on that journey. It's going to be a lifelong process, so don't think do this for a month and it's going to be done. You got to be doing it continually. It's got to be something that you always push yourself and try to optimize in your schedule. So if you need help with this, obviously, come talk to me. That's what I help my clients do. I have a free 15-minute consultation in my links down below. If you want to check it out, you know where the description is. I'll leave it in the comments section after the stream ends. But this is what I help guys do, man. I help them get on their personal development journeys. I help them basically become the most confident, fulfilled, and attractive versions of themselves through personal development. I take you through the whole process, building habits, building strong routines, making sure your systems are working and in place, and holding you accountable to taking the actions on your goals. It's everything I help my clients do. And I'd love to work with you next and help you on that process as well. So if that's something you're looking to get serious with this year, click the link down below and we can get talking. I'm always interested to hear what issues and struggles you guys are going through so I can help serve you better. So So that was me rambling for about 25 minutes straight. It looks like there's about one person in the stream right now, so it's not super active and engaging. And that's possibly my fault because I didn't promote it in time. Again, what happened was, and I'm not going to make any excuses, but I did have a guest plan for today. Last minute, kind of bailed out, didn't end up working for them. Was pretty unresponsive. So, yeah, obviously, I'm not going to try to get this person on a call again because it didn't work out. But I had a backup plan. I said, you know what? If they don't show up, I'm still going to do one myself because I want to be consistent with these live streams, even if it's just me. I don't really care because I can, me, guys. I can fucking talk about something for an hour straight and be good. So we're gonna run this up again. If you have any questions, if you have any feedback, topics, something that you're struggling with, you're trying to work on, or disciplines you're trying to work through right now, leave it in the comments. I want to use this time to answer any and all questions that you have. So don't be shy. Throw something in the chat here, and I will do my best to answer it. So yeah, now is your time to ask me any and all questions, and I will give you some feedback. Oh man. And I know there's only one person in the stream, it looks like, so can't be too engaging. And I understand it might not be that many comments because it is only a small stream. It happens. Again, I probably could have put this earlier on my channel to let people know, but yeah, had some complications with my guest, so won't be making that mistake again. That's for sure. That is for sure. But I do expect to have some more guests on future streams. I want to do one at least every Saturday around the same time, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So if you're not tuning into these, that's what time I'll be doing them every weekend. I like to have a guest every time, but sometimes maybe I'll just do it myself. If the guest is just unavailable, I can't get anybody to come on. But ideally, I would like to have a guest or a panel. I was talking about that for a while, is having a couple people on at once, and we all just kind of have a discussion together. I think that would be a lot of fun. Um, so yeah, man, I got nothing really else for you here. I wanted to get my point across. If you didn't see the beginning of this stream, go check it out and the recording. I'll probably end it here because it's not really engaging, and I got nothing else to say, guys. I kind of just said my piece, and I'm gonna get going because I got some stuff to do today. But I will leave you with this. Yeah, definitely take action on these things. Take action on all the things I say in this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel because I got videos literally coming out every day. I'm not taking a break. I haven't missed an upload in 60 days. So I'll probably do it for the rest of August as well, a whole 90 days where it's just daily content on TikTok, on Instagram, and obviously here on YouTube. So make sure to follow along in the journey because it's going to be a fun one. I just, I've been seeing so much growth in this channel. I've seen a whole bunch of new subscribers to the channel. So it's exciting to see where this thing is going, and I'm going to keep pushing it. So make sure you tag along. Obviously, if you wanted to work with me personally, I have my links down below. If you want to apply for a free consultation, I have that as well. But looks like I'm going to get rolling, guys. Make sure to have a good day, and I'll catch y'all next week on the next stream. Hopefully, I have a guest this time. But we'll see y'all. Peace out.